So can anyone confirm that you can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that is good. So today we'll continue our lecture with organizational influence on the project, right? How organization basically put their influence on the project. Basically, the projects are typically part of organizations. So whatever has been done in all activities can be performed in the organization. So of course, organization has big influence on the development of the project. So basically, that influence can be divided into four parts. If you can see here in the slides, present here, the first one, organization system can have influence on the project, organization culture and working style. We'll discuss them, what is organization systems and how it influence the project and culture and style, organization structure. Basically, there are three type of organizational structures, and also the project office, which provides the resources for the project. So these are four factors which can directly influence on the project's development. So let's start with the organizational system. So number one, organization system. So basically, organization system contains the project-based organizations. Operation consists of projects. The project-based organizations. We received the projects, we completed the projects, and we delivered the projects because we want to generate the revenue. Okay, ये organizational project-based organizations. तो इनका अपना इन्फ्लुएंस होता है projects पे. So these organizations fall into basically two categories. Which organization? Project-based organizations. So the first category is organization that drive their revenue from performing projects for others. Those organizations who develop the project for other organizations. For example, software houses, your architectural firms. They design the architecture for the third parties. Engineering firms, consultants, they all are revenue generating organizations. So number second type of project-based organization that have adopted management by project. Or these organizations tend to have management system in place to facilitate project management. इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में प्रॉपर एक मैनेजमेंट होता है, सिस्टम को एडॉप्ट करते हैं प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए. फॉर एग्जांपल फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम आपका, ठीक है, और ऑफन स्पेशली डिजाइन फॉर द अकाउंटिंग. ये पूरा सिस्टम इस पर्पस के लिए, अकाउंटिंग के लिए डिजाइन होता है, जैसे ट्रैकिंग के लिए, रिपोर्टिंग के लिए ऑन मल्टीपल सिमल्टेनियस प्रोजेक्ट्स. एक ही प्रोजेक्ट, मल्टीपल प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए एक ही सिस्टम आपका होता है. सो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल सिस्टम में प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होती है, उसमें दो कैटेगरीज होती है. एक वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो रेवेन्यू जनरेट करने के लिए प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाती है, दूसरी वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो मैनेजमेंट एडॉप्ट करते हैं प्रोजेक्ट्स के जरिए से. दे एडॉप्ट न्यू मैनेजमेंट्स बाय डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स. उसका एग्जांपल हमने दे दिया कि आपका फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम है, स्पेशली वो डिजाइन किया जाता है अकाउंटिंग के लिए, ट्रैकिंग के लिए, रिपोर्टिंग के लिए. सो आपका ये आपका फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम इज बेसिकली management adopted from the projects. Okay? The second one is our organizational culture. Remember, culture and style of the organization has big influence. For example, if you will go to the, for example, Europe, they have different culture and style. Generally, not an organizational culture, but living style, living culture, they have different than Pakistan. So of course, when you will go and start living there, the culture and styles, they have big influence on you individually. So similarly, the organizational culture and style has big influence on the project. So most organizations have adopted unique and describable structure. Every organization has unique, major. So for example, government organization have different style, working style and culture. Private organization have different culture and working styles. Even though NGOs, non-government organization, they have different culture and working style. So these cultures are reflected in their shared values, norms, beliefs, and expectations. So these cultures are basically based on their expectations, their values. What are their values? What are their beliefs? What are their norms? Okay, in their policies and procedures. So they have all these things in their policies and procedures. Every organization has different values, maybe they have different beliefs and expectations. So the culture is reflected based on the policies which contains the belief, norms, expectation and values of the organization. So organizational culture have a different influence on the project. For example, so culture का किस तरह influence होता है projects पे? A team proposing an unusual or high risk approach is more likely to secure approval in an aggressive or entrepreneurial organization. So team maybe is proposing the high type of the risk as similarly like the secure approach in the aggressive or the entrepreneurial organization जो entrepreneurship provide करती है. दूसरा क्या होता है? A project manager with highly participative style. हो सकता है कि किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर हर एक्टिविटी में पार्टिसिपेट करे. सो व्हेन प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर इज पार्टिसिपेटिंग, सो उसकी अथॉरिटी में भी इन्फ्लुएंस करे प्रोजेक्ट डेवलपमेंट में. जब उसका ज्यादा इन्फ्लुएंस होगा तो मे बी चैलेंज हो जो उसके सबऑर्डिनेट्स है उनके लिए. हर किसी काम में टांग अड़ा है तो ये मसला भी बन सकता है. तो ये भी एक इन्फ्लुएंस हो सकता है. सो few organizations or the most organizations they may have this kind of the working structure, culture and style. So maybe our project managers involved everywhere. So okay, this is third one. I'm going to write the third one, organization structure. So basically, organization structure is as an enterprise environmental factor which can affect the availability of resources. अच्छा, ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर बेसिकली इन्वायरमेंटल फैक्टर होता है जो अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ रिसोर्सेज को अफेक्ट करता है एंड इन्फ्लुएंस हाउ प्रोजेक्ट्स आर कंडक्टेड. किस तरह प्रोजेक्ट्स कैरी आउट होंगे और रिसोर्स की अवेलेबिलिटी लो है, मीडियम है, मॉडरेट है और हाई है. In this vector, organizational structure. So organizational structures range from functional to projectiles. Organizational structures can be divided into three categories: the functional, matrix, and projectiles. If you can see here in this table, one is functional, the second one is the matrix, and the third one is projectiles. So organizational structures तीन parts में divide होती है. Yes, matrix is further divided into three parts. So if you can see this table, these are the project characteristics. For example, project manager's authority, resource availability, who controls the project budget. And here is the descriptions of each organizational structures. So if organization structure is functional, then they have little or non-project manager's authority. Functional में project manager की authority कम होती है या नहीं होती. Resource available functional में कम होते हैं या There you go. And who controls the project budget? Financial manager in functional organization. In metric organizations, the project manager's authority is limited in weak metric and low to moderate in balanced metrics and moderate to high in strong metrics. And resource availability, you can see here in weak matrix, we look at limited resource. But in balanced matrix, we look at low to moderate. And in strong matrix, we look at moderate to high. And who controls the project budget? In weak matrix, financial manager controls the budget. In balanced matrix, mixed, there could be financial and manager, both they can control. And in strong matrix, manager, project manager controls the budget. So you can see how they are different. So the third one is projectized. For the projectized, we need high to most total project manager's authority, and we need high to most total resource availability, and we need a project manager is responsible to manage or control budget. So this figure table is clear. Okay. So these are the basically diagrams you can see. This is a functional, project, and matrix. Okay. So as we discuss functional, projectized, and matrix. So this is the structure of functional organization. You can see that at the top, the CEO and ultimatum, this CEO is going to control the everything. And here are the CEO, then project manager A, project manager B, and project manager C. But here you can see we have vice president engineer, vice president manufacturing,
बस ये वाला स्टेप ये वाला
मैडम माइक ऑफ कर दें. Okay. So here you can see that vice president IT and HR. So every field has the manager, vice president, and their staff. So in projectized approach, you can see that the CEO and the manager is there. Manager A, B, and C. And for matrix, you can see it is a little bit different. So here is program managers, then staff, then manager A, B, C, and they are going to control and even do all these activities. So they have vertical and horizontal influence also in matrix organization. So let's discuss them in more detail. So if you can see this one, functional organizations में ये देखें यहाँ पे आपका ये फंक्शनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर का पार्ट है. ओके. सो यहाँ पे देखें दे हैव प्रोजेक्ट कोऑर्डिनेशन एट द सेम लेवल्स. So all managers type peoples, they coordinate to manage projects. So if you can see this circle, so here the functional manager of this project, these are the head of the this staff, and this one is the head of this staff, and this one is the head of this staff. So they have a strong coordinations at the same level. So we can say that the people at the same level, they have a strong coordination and communication in functional organizations. So here if you can see the white boxes and black boxes. The black boxes represent the staff is engaged in project activities. So in this one, only one staff is engaged, and this one, two and one. Okay. So let's discuss them. So for functional organization, it is hierarchical where each employee has one clear superior. If you can say that each employee has one superior. So this staff has this superior, and this functional manager has this superior or head. And this staff has this head, and this head has chief executive, and so on. So we can say that each employee has one clear superior. Okay. Give me 1 minute. Okay. So these staff members are grouped with specialty. So they are, if you can see that they are grouped with specialty, means they have same specialty areas, they are grouped with each other. Okay. So this is functional manager, functional manager, functional manager. They are grouped because they have same specialty in terms of product, marketing, engineering, and accounting at the top level. So each department will have its own department head. You can see that each department has different head in this one. So manager directly reports to the CEO, chief executive को manager report करेगा for all activities. So there can be different advantages and disadvantages of this functional structure. So the functional structure has following advantages. Number one, functional groups are reservoirs of skills. They have grouped or many skills and knowledge in their areas. ये इसका एडवांटेजेस है कि यहाँ पे फंक्शनल ग्रुप्स में क्या होती है, दे आर रिजर्वर्स ऑफ नॉलेज एंड स्किल्स. सो हर एक ग्रुप की अपनी डिफरेंट नॉलेज होती है और बहुत सारी नॉलेज होती है इनमें. Functional groups, well-established communication process and decision-making process provided timely and consistent support to the group's project. So if you can see here, there is strong communication and timely management because they are grouped together. And the third one advantage is functional groups provide people with a focus and supervised job environment. So you can say that every staff has direct supervisor. Every staff is direct supervisor. And what are the disadvantages? The functional structure hampers effective collaborations between different functional groups. ये डिफरेंट फंक्शनल ग्रुप्स के अंदर कोई कोलैबोरेशन को रोकती है. ये एक फंक्शनल ग्रुप है. इफ यू कैन सी दिस वन लेफ्ट साइड, ये मैनेजर, इसका स्टाफ, ये एक फंक्शनल ग्रुप है. ये दूसरा फंक्शनल ग्रुप है मिडिल में, एंड राइट मोस्ट में ये आपका थर्ड फंक्शनल ग्रुप है. सो इसमें ये क्या होता है कि फंक्शनल ग्रुप्स में आपस में कम्युनिकेशन को स्टॉप करता है. So the functional group members' main interest is to perform the tasks in their group, especially areas, effectively, rather than achieve goals and results that may involve affect the group. So what they do, they basically they are focused to perform the activities within their groups. They are not supposed to interact with other groups to focus the goal and objectives of the projects or organizations. So ये इसका एक ड्रॉबैक है. The functional group may have difficulty getting buy-in and support for its projects from other functional groups. So you can see here they don't have direct link or communication with this group. This group does not have communication link with this group, and so on. So that it is difficult for them to have getting buy-in and support in projects from other functional groups. They cannot buy or get support from other functional groups. So the second type is projectized organization. So if you can hear in projectized organization, the group has a strong communication. This manager has a strong communication with the staff. But in previous, you can see that here there is only the manager has communication. So manager to their staff, they have strong communication and the projectized organization. So instead of functional managers or vice president reporting to the CEO, group managers reports to the CEO. So यहाँ पे ग्रुप मैनेजर सीईओ को रिपोर्ट करता है, फंक्शनल मैनेजर नहीं करता. This one is a group manager because this person is manager of this group. So this can report to the CEO. So the project manager has full power, authority over resources to be utilized. So you can say that he is the boss to utilize all kind of the project resources. He controls the budget, resources, and work assignments. So project manager is supposed to control the budget, and also he distributes the work among the staff. The project manager has full-time team members working under his control. So you can see that directly these people work under his control. So they directly report to this project manager. When the project is completed, the team is disbanded, the team members and all other resources are released. So once project is ended, all team members are released and they can join the other project. Okay, this is the beauty of this one. So the team members become versatile and flexible due to the experience in different kind of projects. So once this project has been done, the staff of this project can work with other projects, so they can have versatility or different kind of the experience, because when they work in different projects, so they have experience of different projects, working experience of different projects. So this one is the matrix organizations. Achha, if you can see on this one, in matrix organizations, you have here on the top different managers, and here they have different managers. So all these manufacturing units, they are controlled by multiple managers, right? So these manufacturing units can be controlled by manufacturing manager and manager project A. And also sale unit can be controlled by sale manager and project manager A, and so on. Okay, let's discuss that. So the projectized structure has following. Okay, I'm sorry, this one is okay. Projectized structure advantages. I think we need to discuss first. So first let's discuss the जो हम project टाइज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डिस्कस की थी, उसके थोड़े एडवांटेजेस एंड डिसएडवांटेजेस भी देखें. So projectized structure has following advantages. All members of a project team report directly to the project manager. यहाँ पे क्या करते हैं, सारे मेंबर्स जो हैं ये इस डायरेक्ट प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर को रिपोर्ट करेंगे, बिकॉज ये डायरेक्टली इसके अंदर काम कर रहे हैं. Number two, project team members can more easily develop a shared sense of identity, resulting in a strong commitment to one another to the success of the project. So when they are grouped together, all members, so they can have a strong communication and a strong coordination with each others, so that they can completely success the projects. Everyone on the team shares the process for performing project work, communication, and conflict. So they can share with each other the process, work, conflicts, issues with each other. because of communication level. Disadvantages क्या है? High personal cost, because if you can see here, they are very much focused on the team members. So personal cost हो सकते थे ज़्यादा लगे. Reduced technical interchange between projects. So yes, this disadvantage is that they cannot interact with this project and this project. So technically, the interaction between different projects is reduced. Reduce career continuity, opportunities and sense of job security. यहाँ पे job security का issue है, because as we discussed this in projectized organizations, these are project based organization. Project based में क्या होता है? Once project has been done, now every staff has been released. Now you can go, you are free. So यहाँ पे career का issue है कि भाई वहाँ पे job risk है. ये हमने अब ये थर्ड है इसके मैट्रिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ये हमने डिस्कस कर दिया. अच्छा, मैट्रिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में क्या होता है? A metric organizational structure represents the middle ground between functional and project structure. So this is basically both functional and project structure. Middle, ये उन दोनों के बीच वाला स्ट्रक्चर है, फंक्शनल का. और कैसे? जगह फंक्शनल में क्या था? यहाँ पे कम्युनिकेशन ज्यादा थी वो उसमें, यस फंक्शनल में. और प्रोजेक्ट में क्या था? यहाँ पे प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड कम्युनिकेशन ज्यादा थी. यू कैन सी हियर. सो फंक्शनल में देखें हॉरिजॉन्टल कम्युनिकेशन ज्यादा है, और प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड में वर्टिकल प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड कम्युनिकेशन है. सो मैट्रिक इज बेसिकली कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ. यहाँ पे देखें टॉप लेवल पे भी कम्युनिकेशन है और हॉरिजॉन्टल पे प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड भी कम्युनिकेशन. एक प्रोजेक्ट में डिफरेंट मैनेजर्स हो सकते हैं, मैनेजर ए बी एंड सी. सो इन अ मैट्रिक्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जिसको हम शॉर्ट में एमओ कहते हैं, द ट्रेडिशनल हायरार्चिकल टाइप ऑफ मैनेजमेंट स्ट्रक्चर इज complemented by the horizontal structure. यहाँ पे horizontal structure है, ये देखिए यहाँ U मैनेज हो रही है. So these are units or can be managed by project manager A, और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट्स को मैन्युफैक्चर मैनेजर मैनेज करेगा. सेल मैनेजर को मैनेज कौन करेगा? प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर ए और सेल मैनेजर. दैट्स व्हाई दे आर हॉरिजॉन्टल मैनेजमेंट स्ट्रक्चर. So employees must deal with dual resources of reward and punishment. So you can see here, employees who are working in this unit, they can get reward from manufacturing manager and project manager A. And also they can get the punishment from this manager and this manager. Okay, so they have multiple the dual resources of rewards and punishment. So they have even dual communication, dual reporting, and multiple bosses. So they have to, the people who are working in manufacturing unit, they have to communicate with manufacturing manager and manager of project A. And even though they can have multiple bosses, you can see that the people who are working in the manufacturing unit, they have boss, manufacturing manager and project manager A. Metric organizations require extensive communication system and can result in higher overhead because they create more management positions. And extensive, you can see that everybody has communication link with others. So they have extensive communication links. And the second point is they create a higher overhead because they have many managing posts. यहाँ पे मैनेजमेंट की पोस्ट ज्यादा है. देखें प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर ए बी सी, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग मैनेजर, सेल मैनेजर, फाइनेंस मैनेजर, ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजर. तो यहाँ पे एक इसका ये डिसएडवांटेज है कि मैनेजमेंट की ज्यादा पोजीशंस है. So matrix organizations are blend of the functional and the projectile characteristics. So ये इसमें दोनों. अच्छा, मैट्रिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन 3 कैटेगरीज में फर्दर डिवाइड होती है. So you can see that number 1, that is weak matrix, balanced matrix, and strong matrix. We have already discussed them in this. You can see that. If you can see there, in this table. So matrix can be weak, balanced, and strong. So now we are going to discuss them in more detail. So what is weak matrix? Project team members receive most of their direction from functional member. अच्छा weak matrix में क्या है? Most of the direction they get from the functional manager. Okay. We just learned that in matrix organization there are multiple managers or bosses of employee. But in weak, they receive the direction from functional managers. In weak matrix organization, project managers have title. Also, project managers have little, if any, direct authority over team members and actually functions more like the coordinators. Okay, so very little or if any direct authority इसमें कम होती है. यहाँ पे देखें ये इसका डायग्राम स्टाफ की आपस में कोऑर्डिनेशन है. सो ये डायरेक्ट फंक्शनल मैनेजर इनका बॉस होता है. सो लिटिल बिट इंस्ट्रक्शन से यहाँ से लेते हैं. बैलेंस में क्या आता है? दिस टाइप ऑफ मैट्रिक्स इन्वायरमेंट इज अ ब्लेंड ऑफ द वीक एंड स्ट्रांग. अच्छा ये उनका वीक और स्ट्रांग की कॉम्बिनेशन है. पीपल आर असाइंड टू लीड प्रोजेक्ट or serve team members based on the project's need rather than their job. अच्छा इसमें क्या होता है? प्रोजेक्ट इनको जो people who are working in balanced type of organizations, the people provide different kind of the jobs based on the project rather than their job description. So इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? Let's suppose मेरी job description एक और है, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर. मेरी जॉब देखकर रिसर्च डेवलपमेंट एंड टीचिंग है, उससे हट के मुझे कोई और असाइनमेंट दी जाए तो ये बैलेंस मैट्रिक्स का टाइम वो होता है, एग्जांपल है. ओके, सो टेक अ शॉर्ट ब्रेक ऑफ 5 minutes तो विल जॉइन यू अगेन. Okay, so in balanced, power enjoyed by the functional as well as a project manager in the same manner. बैलेंस में क्या है? फंक्शनल प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर और जो आपका प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर है, ये दोनों के पास पावर होता है इंस्टेड ऑफ वन मैनेजर. प्रीवियस में हमारा जो वीक था उसमें ओनली फंक्शनल मैनेजर के पास पावर होता है, और इसमें फंक्शनल और प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर दोनों के पास पावर होता है. बैलेंस मैट्रिक्स. So resources working on the project face on complex communications. Yes, यहाँ पे क्या है? Complex communication होता है. Why? Because there are 2 bosses and every unit has 2 bosses. So they can communicate with all these bosses and their projects level. So it is clear whom to report and so it is not clear कि किसको report करें, because आपके पास 2 bosses हैं. बॉस फंक्शनल को रिपोर्ट करना है या प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर को रिपोर्ट करना है. सो इट इज डिफिकल्ट इन बैलेंस मैट्रिक्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. So if you can see here is the project manager, here is the functional manager. ठीक है, इनका देखें, ये प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर इन स्टाफ का भी बॉस है, ये प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर इनका भी बॉस है, ये फंक्शनल मैनेजर भी इनका बॉस है, दो दो बॉस है. सो किसको रिपोर्ट करें, कहाँ पे करें, इट इज बिट डिफिकल्ट. सो स्ट्रॉन्ग मैट्रिक्स में क्या होता है, कंपनीज विद स्ट्रॉन्ग मैट्रिक्स structure choose project managers for new projects from a pool of people whose only job is to manage it. So they select or they choose new project manager for new projects. When they receive the new projects, they choose the project managers. They have different people. Among these different people they choose, but they choose only those whose JD or job description is project manager. They don't choose other people as a project manager. As we discussed in the other organizations, यहाँ पे balance में क्या था? Rather than project description, job description से हम बंदे उठा लेते थे और उसको as a manager बना लेते थे. Balance matrix में, चाहे वो project manager उसकी job है या नहीं, just we take the people and make them as a project manager. So but in strong, we select properly project manager according to their job. If their job is project manager, they will be assigned projects. So full-time project managers with considerable authority. Okay, they have good authority level. So यहाँ पे फंक्शनल मैनेजर भी होता है, बट प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर के पास ज्यादा अथॉरिटी होती है एज कंपेयर टू फंक्शनल मैनेजर के. ठीक है, स्ट्रॉन्ग मैट्रिक्स में प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर उसके पास अथॉरिटी ज्यादा होती है, फंक्शनल मैनेजर भी होता है बट उसके पास अथॉरिटी कम होता है. सो प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर कैन टेक डिसीजन ऑन द एलोकेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज. So wholly solely project manager is responsible to distribute the resources among the people. Okay, so project manager can utilize his or project management skills on the project manager. So here you can see that here is the project manager, project manager, project manager. There are different project managers and they are the financial managers also. एक स्टाफ का both project manager भी है, financial manager. But यहाँ पे project manager has more power as compared to the functional. So you can see this one diagram, ये different projects की characteristics हैं, ये आपके हैं आपका functional, ये matrix, ये project, ये हमने already we discussed. So the fourth one, the factor that influence in the project, that is project office. ऑफिस में क्या क्या रिसोर्सेज हैं, वहाँ पे क्या एनवायरनमेंट है, दैट डायरेक्टली अफेक्ट. वहाँ पे सॉफ्टवेयर्स हैं, ट्रेनिंग्स चलती हैं, नहीं चलती, डू यू हैव हार्डवेयर, दे ऑल एक्चुअली अफेक्ट और हैव इन्फ्लुएंस ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट. सो प्रोजेक्ट ऑफिस मे ऑपरेट फॉर प्रोवाइडिंग सपोर्ट टू द फंक्शंस टू द प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, सॉफ्टवेयर, टेम्पलेट्स. Yes, I told you that ऑफिस में जो चीज़ें होती हैं वो सारी क्या प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर को सपोर्ट कर रही हैं. प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर को ऑफिस में ट्रेनिंग दी है, सॉफ्टवेयर उसके पास हैं, टेम्पलेट्स हैं, हार्डवेयर प्रॉपरली है. सो दैट वाज द एंड ऑफ द टॉपिक, द ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल इन्फ्लुएंस. ये यहाँ पे ख़त्म. नाउ न्यू टॉपिक इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट. टॉप मैनेजमेंट की क्या importance है. So the people in top management position are key stakeholder in projects. They are always responsible for everything. For the success, the top management is responsible. For the failure, the top management is responsible because they are the main stakeholders of the project. A very important factor in helping project managers successfully lead projects is the level of commitment and support they receive from the top. So, as I told you that the good manager always supports the subordinates. So, if they receive the commitment and support from the top management, the work can be easily done. Because this will improve the development environment. We have discussed that environment and culture also have good effects on the project. So अगर टॉप मैनेजमेंट अच्छा इन्वायरमेंट नहीं प्रोवाइड करेगा, फॉर एग्जांपल प्रॉपर सपोर्ट नहीं देगा, कमिटमेंट नहीं, वो उसकी अपनी कमिटमेंट नहीं होगी, तो प्रोजेक्ट सही डेवलप नहीं हो सकता. सो विदाउट टॉप मैनेजमेंट कमिटमेंट मेनी प्रोजेक्ट्स विल फेल. फॉर एग्जाम्पल टॉप मैनेजर है, वो प्रोजेक्ट्स असाइन करके 2 साल के लिए या 1 साल के लिए चला गया, वो आया ही नहीं, देखा ही नहीं, उसने सपोर्ट ही नहीं किया, तो प्रोजेक्ट्स प्रॉपर्ली कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ. Some projects have a senior project manager called champions who acts as a key component. So कुछ projects के senior project manager होते हैं जिसको हम champion. How top management can help project managers? जो top management होते हैं, CEO होते हैं, वो project manager की किस तरह help कर सके? Because उनका role बहुत important है. We already discussed here कि top management का क्या role है. So किस तरह वो हेल्प कर सकते हैं? So providing adequate resources, make sure that top management must provide the resources which are required for the project. किसको वो resources देंगे? Project managers को. Approving unique project needs in a timely manner. Make sure that projects is approved on the time. ऐसे ना हो कि प्रोजेक्ट्स की आपके पास रिपोर्ट हो, आप अप्रूव ही ना करें, 1 साल 2 साल लगा लें. So getting cooperations from other parts of the organization. आप मेक श्योर करें कि आप अपने मैनेजर को दूसरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से के साथ कोऑपरेशन करें, ताकि वहां से ये आपके मैनेजर सीख सके या कुछ हेल्प ले सके. So monitor and coaching on the leadership issues. Make sure that project managers are properly managing and monitoring the projects. ये आप top management की उन पे वो होती है, नजर होती है कि ये properly manage कर रहे हैं कि नहीं. So these are the basically successful factors which help the project and success. So executive support होनी चाहिए, we already discussed, user involvement होनी चाहिए प्रोजेक्ट्स में. ये है फैक्टर्स जो प्रोजेक्ट को कामयाब बनाते हैं. Experienced project manager must be there, clear business objectives. अगर business objectives clear नहीं है, you are unable to develop the project. Minimize the scope, means summarize the scope करें, standardized software infrastructure दें, from basic requirements पूरी करें, formal methodology apply करें, reliable estimates. अच्छा, reliable estimates क्या होता है? मीन्स जो करेक्ट एस्टिमेशन है वो करें, किसकी? बजट की और टाइम की. मीन्स ऐसे ना हो कि आपका प्रोजेक्ट 2 लाख में का बना सकते हैं, तो आप करें मुझे ये 1 करोड़ देंगे, ये प्रोजेक्ट बना देंगे. दिस वन इज नॉट रिलायबल एस्टिमेशन. टाइम एस्टिमेशन, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई आस्क फॉर द कैलकुलेटर, आप कहेंगे कि सर इसमें 2 साल लगेंगे बनने में. दिस वन इज नॉट रिलायबल एस्टिमेशन. ऐसी एस्टिमेशन है जो रिलायबल है. So the material has been taken from these resources. You can visit these resources for the further detail. So I think this one is the end of the chapter number 2. So hopefully, inshallah, tomorrow we will start our chapter number 3. So any question?
Sir,